Creating and running a YouTube channel can be a very challenging and time-consuming task, especially at the beginning where you don't really know how much time it can take you from having an idea to actually transforming it into a video. Besides, you are only learning, which requires much more of your attention, so everything might seem to be going very slowly at first. But don't worry and trust me, it will eventually speed up and you will be able to make it as easy and organized as possible. Hello friends, it's Marcelina. Welcome to Alter to Native, where we learn all about running a YouTube channel, creating content, creativity and self-development. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to time manage a creating YouTube video process to be as smooth and quick as possible. For almost 2 years, I've been running a successful Polish YouTube channel and uploading videos every single week. I think I've omitted an upload only twice in that time, but apart from that, I've been very systematic. Now I started another channel because I have my systems in place and I know how to manage my time. Not to mention, I'm still working full-time, so I really have to have my organization skills in place. Over the last 2 years, I've learned a lot about focus, habits and planning, and this is what I'm going to share with you in this video. So you can create YouTube videos regularly, even as a beginner, which is essential to turn your channel into a successful one. Let's dive in. So the idea of creating even one YouTube video can be overwhelming. There are so many things involved in the process that some people get scared even by thinking about starting. If that happens to me, I like to divide the big task into the smallest steps I need to take to complete it. That way I know I can handle it and somehow trick my mind to think, yeah, this is going to be easy. The process of creating a video looks the same for me almost every single time. Therefore, let me list all the steps that you would probably have to take too. First comes the idea, and if you've watched one of my previous videos about how to start a YouTube channel, I'm sure you already know what the topic of your video is going to be about. If not, I highly recommend you watch it, so I'll leave the link to it over here and in the description below. Next, we have to write a draft or a script because it will make our video better structured and more interesting to the viewer at the same time. I talk more about this topic in one of my previous videos, to which I'll also leave the link here and in the description below. Now it's time to record our video and take some photos for our thumbnail. I know this could be treated as 2 steps, but forgetting to take photos while recording is so common. I mean, it used to happen to me all the time and it was so frustrating. So I decided to combine these 2 together because taking photos doesn't take much time at all. Next step is editing, and this is one of the most time-consuming tasks of all, at least for me. It usually takes me 3 to 4 days, that is around 10 hours altogether to complete. Nevertheless, I really enjoy editing, so I wouldn't like to outsource it, for example. However, if you can afford it and feel like this is definitely not your thing, I would think about paying someone to do it for you. Next, it's time to create a thumbnail, and how to do it I've explained in one of my previous videos. Lastly, we need to upload the video, add our thumbnail, write a description, scheduling, etc. I plan to create a whole video on this topic, so if you are interested, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future uploads. These are the 6 steps involved in creating a video on YouTube for me. If this still looks too overwhelming to you, take the first step and divide it into even smaller steps. It all comes to all the tasks feeling manageable, because otherwise you might start procrastinating, and this is definitely something that will not help you manage your time properly. To be honest, I really hate this tip because I've always forgotten about it. Nevertheless, it works, and it's so important that I have to mention it here. I try to use my phone to measure the duration of each task, but at the same time, I don't like to have my phone near me when I'm working because it can easily distract me. So instead of checking how much time I need to complete a task, I would give myself a time frame in which I had to finish it. I was putting myself under a little pressure, which prompted me to work faster. Let's say I sat down to write the script. Instead of turning my stopper on, I set the alarm for an hour and a half and put my phone in a different room. This way I knew I needed to focus properly to be able to write the script on time. I wouldn't jump from task to task and I wouldn't take any unnecessary breaks. Of course, sometimes I didn't finish on time because the topic was difficult, required expanded research, or I was simply not in the best shape. But that's okay too. I would then come back to writing the next day, giving myself again a time frame to definitely complete the task this time. Once you have the time of all tasks measured, you will know how much time creating one video can take you. Like I said, sometimes tasks take longer than expected, so I would always add a time buffer to each task. For me, writing a script takes about 2 hours, but I block 3 hours just in case. If I finish earlier, that's fine, that's great, I will have more time to rest. Now it's time to plan when you're gonna take action and how you're gonna create habits around that. Firstly, you need to look realistically at your calendar to see where you have some spare time within a week or within a month. You know how much time you need to create a YouTube video, so try to match it with what's available in your schedule. Don't impose too much on yourself. If publishing one video a week seems unlikely to be sustainable, try uploading every 2 weeks or even every 3 weeks. Consistency is so much more important than frequency. Remember that. Consistency is so much more important than frequency. So how to transform completing tasks into habits? Schedule a set date for each task. Block it in your calendar and make sure nothing is going to interfere with it. You should also work on your mindset by thinking of yourself as an established YouTuber from the very beginning. This is your job. This is your passion. This is what you do. It's a part of your identity. Be excited for each task, celebrate completing it, and look forward to taking the next step. This is so crucial at the start. I always think about each video as a challenge because it gives me that kick, that motivation to actually take action. Even on my worst days, I do what I have to do because it's who I am. I consider myself a YouTuber, even though it's only my 7th video on this channel. If I'm a YouTuber in my own eyes, I know you will be able to see that too. I guess you can feel that vibe coming from a video. It's just how it works. The habit will come itself. Once you start showing up every single time, after a while, you're gonna feel weird if you don't. Just believe in yourself, in the process, and after some time you will realize you've built a habit. Of course, there are a ton of tips on how to build a habit faster or better, but that's a topic for another video. If you'd like me to create one, please let me know in the comments below. I know how exciting creating your first YouTube video can be. You just want to jump straight from the idea to actually publishing your video and seeing if anybody likes it. But hold on, you have to be aware of task intertwining. What I mean is that you should not be creating each video from the beginning till the end before you start creating another one, because it's very inefficient. Instead, try out content batching so that, for example, 1 week you'll be writing scripts, every 3 weeks you'll be recording videos, every Thursday you will be uploading a new video, etc. In my case, I'm usually working on 4 different videos at a time. At the moment, I'm writing a script for my 7th video, thinking about ideas and researching for my 11th video, editing my 3rd video, and scheduling my 1st video. It's all happening simultaneously in 1 week. I don't want to scare you because you will grasp it naturally and it will be moving forward in a logical order as well. So next week, I shall write a script for my 8th video, edit my 4th video, and so on. Think about each task as a building block that you can create your systems on. Start with the first task and think how many episodes you can complete it for. If you are able to write 3 or 4 scripts in a week, then you don't have to do it for the rest of the month. Or maybe you just want to edit your videos 5 days a month. It's really up to you, depending on how long does it take you to create a video and how often you want to post on YouTube. You don't have to schedule everything. For example, I don't have a set day for writing because it can change from week to week. But I do record my videos every third week on Sunday, so I must ensure I have my scripts and my gear ready for that day. If I know I can write 3 scripts a day before recording, that's fine. I don't have to write for another 2 weeks. But in reality, I can only finish 1 script a day, so I never leave so much work for the last minute. If you have a problem with that, on the other hand, try scheduling a set time, and when it comes, just do it. And trust me, soon you're gonna see how your own pattern of work emerges based on the systems you started to build upon your previously created habits. I really hope you found this video interesting and useful. If so, please leave the thumbs up, as it really helps my channel to grow and spread the message to those who are looking for inspiration or help. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, bye!